the tourism market is such a competitive world. It's incredible. You've got entire countries and economies that are trying to build what we have here in Florida and in St. Pete, Clearwater.
Sort of explain to me your job and exactly what Visit Clearwater St. Pete does.
Yeah, so a lot of people misconception, right, is that Visit St. Pete Clearwater is just an ad agency, a marketing agency, and we take out some billboards and some magazine articles and say, hey, the beach is open for business. And while that is a large portion of what we do so much more. And the tourism market is such a competitive world. It's incredible. You've got entire countries and economies that are trying to build what we have here in Florida and in St. Pete Clearwater. So extremely competitive. And, just within our organization, we have the marketing, we have a PR department, we have a data department, because every decision we make is driven by the data. And the data is pretty, we've got a ton of it. I mean, we know when folks are coming, where they're coming from, what they're doing when they're in the destination. And we use that to make decisions. We want to put our message in front of the right people at the right time with the right message. And we want to make sure that maybe you don't know that you need a vacation in St. Pete Clearwater. We're going to remind you that you do and tell you how to get down here. We've got a whole sales division. So our business development side, we have a film commission. We have a film incentive program. We have international markets that we focus on, whether that be Colombia, Brazil, Mexico, UK, Canada, German-speaking countries. We've got a sports commission where we work with, people think the sports commission, right? They work to, bring a big professional sport event there. Well, what you'd be surprised to learn is all the little sports that bring tournaments in, and people from all over the world. We're down at the St. Pete Shuffleboard Club, right? 100 years old. It's the oldest shuffleboard club in the world.
Wow.
And we had the World Shuffleboard Championships with hundreds of people staying all week from 9 different countries, all the teams from the different countries. And so that sort of stuff, whether it's bowling, swimming, gymnastics, bocce ball, volleyball, you name it, we're bringing those sports tournaments here. That's a big piece of the business. We have the meetings. So our hotels, bringing those conferences there, corporate meetings, incentive trips. And then we have a community engagement aspect. So we want to talk about the value of tourism, because people want to know, well, why does the county have a tourism bureau?
Right.
I often get asked, what are we going to do about those tourists? And I said, well, we're going to get more of them to come here. And when I talk to people, the reasons that they're here, a lot of them, they live here because of the beach. That's what brought them here. They're surprised to find out that that's not a natural beach, right? Sand shifts, currents come and go. That's a man-made beach, and it's 100% paid for right now by visitors from the dollars they spent. Yeah. So, well, let me rephrase that. No local tax dollars go to fund that project. All of the local tax dollars that go to that are from the bed tax. The state's giving us some funding for that through state grants, but none of your property taxes or fees are going towards that beach. 100% of that share is coming from visitors.
And so the sort of economic cycle of this whole thing is you're getting tourists to come to our area to spend their money on our hotels and tip our servers and go to the beach and buy the ice cream for their kids, et cetera, et cetera. That money is used to fund things that we enjoy when they're back at home in Ohio or wherever. So it's this like cycle of getting people to come in and spend money. We can use the money to better our lives and improve our area. And then you're using the money to advertise and you're getting more people. And it's just this economic cycle.
Yep. We focus and we focus on driving tourism to the destination to enhance economic activity in the county to ultimately improve the quality of life for our residents. We talked about jobs and the server or the ice cream shop owner, the bellhop at the hotel. All of those jobs are supported by tourism, and in Pinellas County, that's the number one industry, supports 1 in 10 jobs. That's over 100,000 annual jobs that rely on tourism. we focus a lot on the bed tax, right? And that's what grabs the headlines. That's the tax on overnight stays that we use to market the destination, fund capital projects like beach nourishment. But what folks often overlook is last year alone, over $62 million were collected from visitors on local sales tax. So penny for Pinellas, and you see what that builds: trails, roads, bridges, buildings, community centers. You look at the total taxes that were collected locally from visitors last year, it was over $421 million. They spent over $6.4 billion, and they had a complete economic impact of $11.7 billion in last year alone. So we're talking big economic return here. And that's why we do what we do, because at the end of the day, that is money that residents, you and I, we get these tremendous assets and all the benefits, but we also get to save money. Last year in Pinellas County, every single household saved about $1,000 on their tax bills because visitors picked up the tab for that. So it's incredibly important what we do, and a big part of what we talk about is the value of tourism. We call it From Visitors with Love. That's what we're all about, and it's been very rewarding for me as someone who's been here 37 years. I had no idea. I think people here, we don't have a state income tax because of tourism, but they don't know all the benefits that hit them every single day, whether or not you go to the beach or not.
Well, you just see the New York plate in front of you who doesn't know where the hell they're going, and you get frustrated and you're honking in traffic, right? I think people have a negative connotation towards tourism because they feel like they get in the way and they clog the roads and blah, blah, blah. But imagine a world without any of it. Like, could we even sustain the quality of life and the services we have? Could you have all the hotel jobs and all the investment? And would the beach look the way it does and be as perfectly manicured without the tourism? Like, I don't think it's possible without the tourists.
Yeah, that's an easy answer. It's no.
Hey guys, if you want to watch the full episode of this clip, click right here. Make sure to subscribe by clicking right here. Thank you for watching.